everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We've danced the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, we like a bit of good news, so I thought I'd bring you some good news today. Before we start, buy me a coffee if you can. Coming up to the end of the month. Subscribe, the usual stuff. Warrior Teachers Program starting in February. So we've done the last 3 months. 3 months to go. Other than that, let's have a bit of good news. Here, this chap here, right, is called Robbie Starbucks. Robbie Starbuck. That's his name, Robbie Starbuck, right? So this is massive. I mean, huge. Not for the UK, but for America. What happens in America often happens there first and then here later. So it's good news in regards to a company called Walmart. Now, some of you will be familiar with Walmart, large company, big. In fact, it's the biggest employer in the entirety of the United States. That's the joyous thing about it, right? So links are in the doobers as usual, along with a link to this tweet that I'm going to go through quickly, which includes everything you need to know about the delicious nature of this win for reality and the kind of poke in the bum piece that is required to be given to critical social justice and all its adherents. So here we go. Massive news. Walmart is ending their woke policies. I can now exclusively tell you what's changing and how it happened. Oh, Robbie, you beauty. Last week, I told execs at Walmart that I was doing a story on wokeness there. Instead, we had productive conversations to find solutions. This is the power of citizen journalism, ladies and gentlemen. The new media. Below are the changes Walmart committed to. I have to give their executive major credit because this will send shockwaves throughout corporate America. This is the biggest win yet for our movement to end wokeness in corporate America. It's just glorious, right? It's just glorious. Here are the changes Walmart committed to. Surveys. Walmart will no longer participate in the HRC's Woke Corporate Equality Index. Now, this is the kind of nonsense that's being pushed by, the bloody social goals and all the bullshit we've got in the companies that we have in Britain. It's the same nonsense. We're going to go corporate index and this and that and t'other, and it's all this fairness and that. It's just essentially it's an intersectional ladder of grievance and nastiness, right? Products. Monitor the Walmart marketplace to identify and remove inappropriate sexual and or transgender products marketed to children. Yes. Oh, joyous day, Kaloo-Kalay. This is such good news. Funding of grants. Review all funding of Pride and other events to avoid funding inappropriate sexualized content targeting kids. It's just great. It's just great. Oh, Robbie, you are a star, right? Walmart, yep, good for you. Well done. That's exactly what we should be seeing. So now we want the big businesses in the UK, like, Starbucks and all these other Jaguar, bend over. That's what we want. So well done to Walmart as well. Next, equity. We will not extend the Racial Equity Centre, which was established in 2020 as a special 5-year initiative. So that as well. Supplier diversity. We will evaluate supplier diversity. Can you believe all this bullshit exists? We will evaluate supplier diversity programs and ensure they do not provide preferential treatment and benefits to suppliers based on diversity. Yes. We don't have quotas, and we won't going forward. Financing eligibility would no longer be predicated on providing certain demographic data. Now they're doing that in the UK, which is they're tying all this EDI stuff so that if you want funding for anything, UKRI do it, biggest funder, 7.9 billion, right? If you want funding, you've got to sort of get on your knees and gobble a woke knob, right? And if you don't do it, you're going to get your funding. So in other words, they're not going to do any more of that. Oh, it's just the best, isn't it? Latinx, which doesn't affect us over here so much, but Walmart will no longer use the term in official communications. Trainings. They call them trainings in America. Walmart will discontinue racial equality training throughout the Racial Equity Institutes. It's all stopped. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure meritocracy. It's glorious. DEI. Walmart will continue the use of DEI as a term while ensuring a respectful and supportive environment. Our focus is on belonging for all associates and customers. Remember, Walmart is the number one employer in America with over 1.6 million employees, the same size as the NHS. And they have a market cap of nearly 800 billion. This won't just have a massive effect for their employees, who will have a neutral workspace without feeling that divisive issues are being injected, but it will also extend to their many suppliers. In other words, they're no longer pressing it or pushing it down the corporate pipeline. Yeah. So this is the kind of thing that's going on that you have to understand about. So, in other words, if you want to apply for funding or if you want to do business with certain organizations, particularly those attached to public sector, because the public sector, strangles business with this, then you have to agree to it, or you've got to fillet the EDI, DEI knob. What Rob has done here, it's just brilliant, is undone the edifice from within. And it means that anybody doing business with Walmart, who there will be many, many companies that do, is no longer going to be held to any of this woke nonsense. It's superb. It continues. We've now changed policy at companies worth over $2 trillion, says Robbie, with many millions of employees who have better workplace environments as a result. I'm happy to have secured these changes before Christmas, when shoppers have very few large retail brands they can spend money with who aren't pushing woke policies. Companies like Amazon and Target should be very nervous that their top competitor dropped woke policies first. I think Target specifically will suffer serious sale problems as a result, and Walmart will benefit. Our campaigns are now so effective that we're getting the biggest companies on earth to change their policies without me even posting a story outlining their woke policies. Companies can clearly see that America wants normalcy back. The era of wokeness is dying right in front of our eyes. The landscape of corporate America is quickly shifting to sanity and neutrality. We are now the trend, not the anomaly. We are winning, and one by one we will bring sanity back to corporate America. Well, Robbie, you bloody superstar is all I can say. There'll be a lot of people today clapping you on, particularly in response to the promise from Walmart that they will no longer push anything to do with the dangerous trans movement on children, and that finally the serious iatrogenic and psychologically damaging nature of trans is being seen. Brilliant. Don't see any appeasement here, do you really? I don't. I think, the very fact that they've had to say, well, we'll keep DEI for this, means that they were on the ropes. But good for you, Walmart. Well done. Utterly fantastic. All of your employees will be absolutely, over the moon about this, apart from a few nutters. So I'm really glad. I hope to see some big moves in the employment. Employees in Walmart will be leaving. Now we just need to do it with Marks and Spencers. Marks and Spencers, you utter tossers. Jaguar and the likes of all that nonsense. It's just, here we go. Doesn't it feel like here you go? So well done. Good news to America. We keep at it over here. We keep trying to make them understand that they need to drop all this dangerous hard left nonsense. And the sooner they do, the better it will be for everybody, including their customers and their employees. From my perspective, that's all I can say. Because it's so glorious. It just is. So all the DI folk will be leaving. Be like, your day's over. What do you mean? Your day's over. You're off. You're gone. Why? Because we're not doing hard left totalitarian thinking in this company any longer. Okay. All right, I'll go. Bye-bye then. Wish me luck, because you wave me good. No, we don't. Just leave. Jester out. Bye-bye, everybody.